Hello, everyone. Happy 2025. I still getting set up here. I can't figure out. Okay. This camera angle is making me so upset, but I've spent enough time playing with it that I'm not going to anymore. But I wanted to say thank you to everybody who has joined me on these lives in 2024, everyone who supported me in any and every way. I am so very grateful to have such a wonderful community, and I'm definitely looking forward to what 2025 holds for us. And thank you to everybody who's going to continue to support me, whether it is here on these lives or in person or on the sidelines, whatever it is. I am very grateful. All right. So this is good. Pop these off. This camera angle is really going to bother me, but we're going to make do with what we have today. And it's about the messages more than anything else. I'm going to give up on that. All right, I'm going to get my cards set up. And we'll see who joins live today. I had a delay, so not sure how many people we're going to have, but that is okay because everybody can watch the replay. All right. So today we are going to be looking at collective energies for the month of January. And then we're going to dive into what 2025 has in store for us in, let's see. Yeah, we are going to look at 2025 energies for personal life and personal growth, and then we're going to look at love and career as well. And if you're joining live, please leave a comment to say hello and let me know that you're here. Okay. Let's see. Not nearly as many decks today, and they all came out organized. So that was nice. What's up, Lindsay? Happy New Year. How did everybody celebrate? Back there. I wish my tea was hot. It's all good. Okay. So, all right. So, like I had mentioned, the structure is going to be a little bit different. So, we're going to start with the month of January to see maybe what we can expect. So, general collective messages for January. Okay. All right, well, we are starting off with gratitude. So the energy for January is a lot more upbeat and happy than I think January has been in past years. Ooh. So we're starting with kind of this feeling of gratitude, and it's more so gratitude aimed back at ourselves and feeling grateful for who we have become in the last year and grateful for our future selves as well, grateful for who we are committed to becoming. There's definitely an energy of this month being like setting the foundation for the major growth that we are ready to experience for the rest of the year. All right, so here's gratitude. Maybe oh my gosh, my camera's gonna focus today. I'm so happy. All right. Gratitude, and then clarified by show the world the real you, this full moon in Aquarius energy. So definitely no holding back this month. There's a renewed sense of self and appreciation for all of those little qualities that you may have tried to push aside or overlook. Because this full moon in Aquarius energy is definitely playing into owning your greatness, owning your unique qualities, whatever makes you quirky and weird, that is what you're stepping the most into this month, and kind of playing with it and seeing where stepping into that energy is going to get you. Because you might be surprised by the opportunities or blessings that come to you. Some people might be getting a lot more attention from strangers and just noticing that people kind of do a double take when they walk past, or getting compliments, people noticing things about you that you maybe once were insecure about and have started to embrace yourself, and then other people start to notice them and appreciate them as well. So we're starting off with confidence and appreciation for everything that makes you you. And then we have courage, clarified by meditate and contemplate this new moon in Pisces energy. Okay. So there's this confidence, this gratitude towards self, and just feeling optimistic and ready for the rest of the year. So we're starting off with and it's not it's a little bit of like a naiveness, but in a good way, and just definitely feeling like this is your year. And then I feel like the end of the month starts to come and it's like, okay, well, that was nice. Kind of like a honeymoon phase with this owning your new quirks and unique qualities. And then it's like, okay, but now what? What am I building now? So that was nice. And I'm going to hold on to all of that confidence and gratitude. But what am I going to make of this? Where am I going? And there's no drop off in momentum here, but it's like, what's next? I'm ready for more. What am I going to make this year? There's no turning back now, and you don't want to be who you were before. You don't want to fall into old patterns. I think there might be some temptation to do so as things start to get a little bit uncomfortable, moving into more of the unknown and realizing that your fate really is in your hands and life is exactly what you make it. And that is a beautiful thing. But then once we get into the practice of that, it can be scary and overwhelming. And there's a lot of pressure put on yourself in that process. So there is some kind of taking a step back and taking a little time. I'm seeing like some people are journaling or discussing with others, bouncing ideas off of other people, and kind of seeing like, where am I going to take the rest of this year? What am I building? What's my foundation? And what's going to grow from this? So getting serious about planning the next steps. I think there's a lot of us who want to start new projects or have big lofty goals for the year and maybe feel like you bit off more than you can chew, but I think if you were making resolutions or manifesting during this new year, the new moon, um, doing any of that, you had some really big dreams and big goals, and those came to you for a reason that was very aligned and divinely guided because the universe wants you to think big for this year because the energies and the planets and the alignments are all coming together to make things really possible for you. So, no, you did not bite off more than you could chew. This is just the right amount, and the universe wants to help you make all of those dreams possible. So, the overall energy here, memory, clarified by your commitment is being tested. So, I'm hearing like, remember why you started. Remember why this was your goal in the first place. Keep that why with you. Write it down on a piece of paper, stick it in your pocket. Don't forget why you started. Because I think more than anything else, your mind is going to test you. You're going to have limiting beliefs, negative thoughts. There's going to be maybe external things, people who doubt you or question you or like, what are you doing with your life? Why did you some of you are giving up something that is appears really great on paper, but just is not aligned with you anymore. And some people will be like, "What were you thinking? That was the perfect opportunity. Why did you give that up?" And you're like, "I don't know. It's just not for me. Can't do it. Sorry." So there's going to be little things kind of poking at you, testing your commitment to these goals that you've set for yourself. And that could have you feeling like it's all too much, but it's just enough. And have patience, take it one step at a time, ask for guidance because it is here for you if you need it. Okay. Lindsay, Jonah, Maeve, Katie, hello. Happy New Year. I'm glad you could make it. Okay. Sorry, I'm still very congested, so there's going to be some throat clearing in here. All right. So now moving into grounding. Clarified by don't let pride get in your way. So there's some more, more of yourself possibly being an obstacle. And I feel like this is kind of some ego pride of surrounding the manifestation process. So as things start to get grounded in your reality, there's like a part of your pride that's saying, I don't know, it's hard. It's like the way that things unfold for you, you're like, but that's not how I said it was going to happen. So it has to be something else. Like this isn't the thing that I asked for because it's not happening this way. Or something like that. I don't know. We'll pull another card for that. But as things start to get grounded, you start to kind of doubt it. I think you're afraid of, it's like being afraid of the great things actually coming true. Oh my goodness. The angel of communication. Yeah, so those things that you asked for are actually coming in and you're like, almost like, universe, why is it happening this way? Maybe there's a part of you that was like, oh, there's a part of you that's like, I didn't realize I was going to have to let go of so much in order to have what I actually asked for. And then you're like, universe, why did you take those things away from me? And it's like, no, you don't need those anymore. Didn't you say that you wanted these things? You're exactly where you need to be. You had to let go of this stuff to move forward. So for some of you, it's maybe downsizing your physical environment. I'm hearing selling a business for some people, selling a house, moving in with someone else. Some people might be going from having their own place to having to have roommates. It seems like a step back, but it's actually not. It's a step forward in the direction that you need to be. There's so much divine alignment in this process. And it's like the universe is really asking you to be able to go with the flow and just trust the process, because it's going to look different than you expected. And that might throw you into some anxiety and feeling like you did something wrong, or things just aren't manifesting for you. But the reality is that they are, and it's just going to look slightly different than you had expected. And we have to make space for that. So don't get discouraged, and just remember to trust the process. All right, because, oh my gosh, I love that this is the row we're ending out on. And 2025 is a number 9 year, and we're ending with number 9, protection. Clarified by prosperity lies ahead with the new moon in Taurus. Really beautiful last row for this, because it's confirming that your prosperity, your manifestations are protected. So yeah, that's really, again, the universe saying, like, don't be afraid. Everything's going to be fine. So by the end of this month, you might be kind of doubting yourself a little bit, or wondering what's happening, why things maybe didn't work out the way that you had imagined they would. But everything's happening for a purpose, and you are protected in this process. Your dreams are protected in this process. Things have to change in order for things to change. So those tiny little changes are happening for you. So let's see what else we have for January. The Angel of Solitude, the number 29 here, adding up to the number 11. So that does kind of tie into that energy of pulling back a little bit as the month goes on, and trying to lay the groundwork for what's to come. And that's something that you might have to do in like a little bit of solitude, just maybe like a few days to yourself, to really organize your thoughts. It is that kind of, it feels like a really that daunting shift of everything's in my hands now. I want to create this. This doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. This is all mine. So you kind of have to like have a meeting with yourself, get together with yourself, and make a plan, figure out the next steps. Okay. Angel of Positivity. Love that. And Angel of Challenges, the number 4. Okay, well, it does kind of confirm that. Well, ooh, okay. Sorry. Messages coming in. A positive attitude is what's going to get you through. And I can feel some people rolling their eyes at that. But staying optimistic about your dreams. Don't give up on yourself, ultimately. And just seeing things from a greater perspective, and just trusting and knowing that you're always supported, can help you have a lot more ease through this. Alicia, hello. Oh. Well, I'm glad that you are here and that I am here. Yeah, so staying positive. I feel like some of you have at least one person on your side who just believes in you wholeheartedly and is like, "I don't care how delusional your dreams sound. I know you're gonna fucking do it." End of story. Um, or for some of you, if that's not a physical person, it's a spirit guide or an ancestor or an angel or someone on the other side who's like, "Full support. I know this is gonna happen for you. Don't worry about it." So that is beautiful to have on your side, and if you don't know who that is yet, they will reveal themselves to you shortly. And in the Angel of Challenges, so this spread is for the month of January, and it feels like the energies might extend out a little bit beyond that, but could be different for everybody. Um, so if this is all just in the month of January, it's very fast process, and that kind of feels like what 2025 is gonna be as a whole, is things just happening. Oh, Maeve, stop it. Yeah, if y'all need someone to believe in you unconditionally, I got you. Um, so those challenges are again of the mind. I think it's the foundation of your mindset is being tested. And it's like we kind of need to restructure from the inside out. So whatever you want to change in your life outside of you, you're going to have to question those beliefs that you have about yourself and about those things in your mind. So there's some reframing and reconditioning of the mind to do. And that's not something you have to do on your own either. You can find guidance in that process as well if you feel like you need it. But overcoming those challenges are really going to set you up for success. So once you kind of clear out the clutter of your mind, you can then come in the angel of imagination with those inspired ideas. You can channel more creativity, and that's where, all right, so I'm seeing this now, the sequence of events. Starting off with confidence and gratitude, moving into some contemplation, reflection, and starting to build a plan, feeling optimistic, and then feeling doubtful. Isn't this usually how it goes? Um, so those nagging little thoughts in your mind telling you that you can't do it or that you don't have what it takes, whatever it is, different for everybody. And so instead of allowing those to win or trying to brush past them, you're saying, "Okay, no, let's sit down and have a conversation. Why are you here? Do I need these thoughts anymore?" The answer is probably no. And so you're actually gonna do something about it this time because you're like, "I am here for success, and these are keeping me from that. So we gotta get rid of these thoughts. We've gotta work through them, replace them with something else, and move forward." So once that's over, it kinda clears the air, clears your mind, opens you up for some really deep inspiration and creative action. And then things start to flow a lot more. Okay. Love it. Let's do one advice card here or two. Love it. Okay. Yep. Perfect. Face your fears. Night holds many mysteries, but fear not when you hear the flutter of a bat's wing against the evening sky, for bats will protect you from pesky biting bugs. Face your fears. And I love that protection's coming out again. Okay, so for some of you, though, this is like the thing you fear the most is the thing that you have to dive into. And that's not like fearing spiders and diving into a pit of spiders. It's, for some of you, it's the fear of success. But it's getting into deep in your subconscious. And you're like, what am I afraid of? What's been keeping me from making these bold moves that I know in my heart I should be making? And diving into that. So there's some shadow work here for some of us. And then we have adaptability. Some days will be sunny, others will be soggy. A positive attitude will help you adapt to whatever life brings your way. That positive attitude coming out again. Keep your mindset right. And I feel like for a lot of you, there's this duality of having that adaptability and having that positive mindset, and then having to face those fears and those shadows that are ready to be faced and worked through in order for you to be able to move forward successfully. So the salamander and the bat coming out for guidance. Ultimately, it feels like this month is off to a great start. It might get a little bit rocky, but don't let that phase you. It's helping set you up for the rest of the year. It's like, for some of you, it might be like rapid fire. This, and this came up, and I had to work through it. But you have the tools available to you to do so comfortably. Well, as comfortable as the uncomfortable can be. And to really move yourself forward, because you're like, yeah, this is no bullshit now. I'm not going to sit here and ruminate and overthink about these things. I'm done. I'm over it. We're moving past it. I've got a lot to do this year. I've got a lot to build. So I'm not spending too much time in that area. Just as much as needed. So, all right, that's the month of January. Now we will get into the year of 2025 in the areas of personal life, career, and love. And then, of course, we will do the personal card pulls. So if you want me to pull a couple cards for you at the end of this reading, then stick around. I will let you know how to claim that very shortly. Where do we want to go? So we're going to start with personal. Okay. All right. So what can you expect in your personal journey for the year of 2025? Love it. Lots of full moon energy. Definitely a lot of heightened emotion, heightened energy, things moving fast. Okay. Starting off with affection. Clarified by communication is key. There we go. All right, some of you are struggling in relationships. And the universe really wants to help you change that this year. Struggling in communicating your love and affection for others, struggling in accepting affection from the people closest to you. So there's like a little bit of a giving and receiving inequality here. And what's really going to help you overcome this is communicating with yourself first and foremost to see what's going on, and then being able to communicate with those people to work through whatever you're experiencing, and being really open and honest. Because I think that's what's been blocking the most. The biggest block is feeling like you can't be open and honest. Where am I going? Okay. I'm like, which cards are coming out for this? So let's see a little bit more about that. Healing rays. Healing is not linear. Healing happens today, not tomorrow. Angels of healing are surrounding you at this time, and in order to support your mission of guiding you to a state of wholeness, it's essential for you to move out of resentment and regret and into a state of trust. Trust in the higher powers that are surrounding you now. They are on your team, working with you, for you, and through you. I support my own experience of healing. Yeah. So it's you have to show up for yourself in this situation, and you have to show up for yourself in this area of your life in order to show up for the relationships in your life. And the divine energies want to help you heal this and overcome this. Ask for assistance in healing whatever needs to be healed here in order for you to be able to communicate openly and honestly and to fix any broken relationships you feel you have in your life. That could be the relationship with yourself. And for some of you, it's a non-physical relationship. It's not with another person. It's your relationship with yourself, relationship with money, relationship with love. It's a relationship with your feelings towards a certain group of people in the collective. Some of you, I don't know, animals are coming in, so I'm not sure if there's like a broken relationship with a pet or something. I don't know. That's weird. That's odd, but it's coming through. So that's for you. Take it. Uh, yeah, trust is going to be required of you. Trust in the higher powers. Trust that the universe is going to help you a little bit. So there are some areas in life that we feel like we kind of forget that we can let go some of the control and allow the universe to help us heal and co-create in those areas. And this is kind of one of them, is like when it comes to other people and really emotional experiences with other people or really big blocks, we almost get swept up in that and forget that the universe can help us sort things out. So ask for guidance and ask for assistance because it'll come in for you and make things smoother. All right, next we have regeneration. And a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer here. I love this. And personal issues reaching resolution in the personal spread. What are you cooking up? I feel like, there's something you're cooking up here, and you're like, I'm going to be the best version of me. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it this time. I know they're in there. I'm going to find them. And there's, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is the thing that actually happens. But with the crab here on the full moon and Cancer card and regeneration, I'm thinking of like a crab losing its claw and then growing it back. I don't know if they actually do that. Lizards lose their tails and grow them back, so there's that. But that's the kind of energy that I'm getting with this is for some of you, maybe a part of you was lost or broken or you thought couldn't be recovered. There's a wound that you just assumed was never going to heal. This thing wasn't going to be fixed. So you're just like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. I can live with that. That part of you wants to come back to life. That piece of you that you thought you could never have wants to grow. It wants to bloom and it wants to blossom. So it may have been lost for a time, but it wants to come back and regenerate. And it wants to come back better than it was. Or at least starting to it's picking up where you left off, so it's not like starting over and it's not completely starting fresh. It's just picking up where it left off so that you can continue to grow in that space. So that's definitely something that's coming in for you this year, is a regeneration of some sort. Let's see what else we have about that. Go beneath the surface. You have learned so much about yourself and the world and are now recognizing all of the great lessons of your experiences and challenges. Continue on this pathway. Even though you have come this far, there's much more for you to learn and uncover. Don't take things at face value. Do more research. Spend more time in contemplation. Go deeper than you think is even possible. I am willing to do the deep work. All right. So this is an aspect of self that is going to ask you to, it's going to start to resurface and you might be like, whoa, what is happening? And so it's going to require you to go deep within yourself to figure out what this resurfacing means for you and how you can work with this energy that's being presented to you, because it's for a reason. And I think it's going to really help you make space for yourself this year and really open you up to different possibilities. This could have to do with a relationship as well. That's kind of overlapping here a little bit, is like this could have to do with relationships and showing up for yourself and being really vulnerable with yourself to say, here's where I've been falling short. Here's where I've been having blocks. And then it's like a more soft, compassionate side of you that wants to regenerate, that maybe had gotten stifled at some point. So that's a message for some of you. Overall energy here for your personal life in 2025 is refinement. Number 42, adding up to 6. That's given me home, family, comfort, vibes, refinement. It's funny because the energy like of this year as a whole is a lot of rapid growth, a lot of success and movement and big steps and making bold moves. But there's also this really big energy of slowing down and doing less so that you can do more. Not spreading yourself too thin, focusing your energies on like a core group of really important things and watching those really thrive. So you're not doing as many things so that you can focus your energy on the ones that are most important, that you really, really want to grow this year. So I think that's the refinement aspect of things. And you're going in those things that you're focusing your energy on, you're going to see them really blossom, and you're going to see rapid growth in a lot of those areas. And it's almost like one can't prosper without all the others following suit, just because of the way the energy is distributed and the amount of focus that you have on it and dedication, and just there's no room for self-doubt. And that's why we're weeding that out in January. Get that out of the way so you can really dive deep into these things meaningfully and mindfully. So clarifying that refinement is conclusions are within reach. So this energy doesn't come without endings. It doesn't come without cycles being broken. New aspects of the ego being shed, relationships falling away, changing careers, moving houses, like this refinement comes with the blessings and abundance of letting go. Letting go of the things that just do not benefit you anymore, that maybe you've been holding on to for quite some time and didn't realize were holding you back, but they have been. So allowing those conclusions with grace. And I feel like this reading is kind of preparing you, like, okay, some things are going to have to fall away. Some things are going to have to really change in order for the proper conclusions to be made so that you can have the new beginnings and the fresh starts that you've been working towards. So that could be wrapping up some projects that you've felt like passionate about, but also like they weren't moving you forward. That's the tough part, is like realizing that it's not that you stopped liking it, it's just that it's not moving you in the direction that you want to be in. So you kind of have to let go. And that's a tough process, but I feel like your eye's on the prize and there's just no stopping you from getting the things that you want, and you're going to do what it takes with grace and gratitude. So next we have love. With the number 30, some Libra energy, and then clarified by a fiery climax approaches. Interpret that as you wish. Okay. I mean, let's just get into it. For some of you, this is romance. This is a fiery romance coming in, and this isn't the love spread yet, but I mean, love is in your personal life. So for a lot of you, this is just being surrounded a lot more by the energy of love, kind of being encompassed in this triangle of loving energies at any given point in time. And only love has access to you. You're only allowing in loving relationships, loving opportunities, loving thoughts, loving environments. You're only allowing in the energies of love into your sphere. And that, I think, is definitely a catalyst for prosperity and growth. And that also ties into letting go of the things that just aren't serving you anymore. But for some of you, this is a romantic love as a catalyst as well. Growth and prosperity in your personal life through a partnership, a romantic partnership. We'll get more into that next. So then we have strength. And hold your vision. Perfect combination of things here. So, yeah, it's that final reminder of like, you got this, like, big picture, everything's good. Things are going in the right direction. Keep your strength. Keep persevering. I think the biggest trials and tribulations are of the mind this year. It's all kind of happening inside. So don't let that stop you from getting to your destination. Hold your vision. Keep remembering your why. Kind of like fixate on your purpose almost. Keep that why in your back pocket. Your reason for doing and being these things. All right. Let's get one more message here. Oh, we have the light beings. Energetic shifts. This is a time of healing and change. Old energies are being released from your world. This isn't a call to discard traditions, but to reflect on what you have learned and how you can grow. You are being called to be open and aware of new information that is being revealed to you, for it is pivotal for the next phase of your journey. I create space for learning anew. Absolutely. That is what we were just talking about. Creating space for the new. It is a time of healing and change. Scary and uncomfortable, but it feels familiar and right, and like it is aligned with where you're supposed to be. I love that. Don't give up. Keep going. All right, so those are the collective messages for 2025. Personal life. We're gonna drop cards on the floor. Let's move into the love reading next. And then we will do career, and then we'll jump into personal card pulls. This camera angle is just bugging the hell out of me. And I had to take all my equipment down yesterday, and I just put it back up, and I can't get the camera angle right. I'm gonna let it go. It's fine. It's not a big deal. All right. Love. Ooh, wow. I love this. Ooh, take my eye out. Wow. Okay, this is a really good year for love. And the love is geared towards romantic relationships, but if that's not something you have or want, then this can resonate for family, friends, acquaintances, coworkers, whatever relationships are in your life. Take it how it resonates. All right. Wow. All right. If you wanted to meet someone new this year, start a relationship, I feel like that is happening for you. All right. So we are starting off with success, the number 20. Your key to success here. And then the answers you need are coming. So it's kind of that question of like, well, where's this person? When's it happening? What's going on? The answers you need are coming. All of that who, what, when, where, why stuff, those answers are coming in for you. Sorry, I'm just gonna. Boop. There we go. All right. Yeah. So kind of starting off with like asking yourself what do I need to do to be successful in finding somebody? What do I need to do? Who's it going to be? When's it going to happen? The universe is going to allow that to unfold for you, and they're kind of asking you to just kind of take a step back and relax and allow things to happen in the way that they're supposed to. It's going to be fine. And here's your confirmation that like a person is coming in for you this year, and it's going to be significant because we have stimulation, someone coming in to shake things up, move some stagnant energies in your life. Someone that possibly is going to help you heal just from their existence in your life. And that card is clarified by a new start is coming. So definitely a new start in your love life. That's what you're looking for. And if you're already in a relationship, this is new aspects of that relationship growing and healing and changing and evolving and in really positive ways. So definitely your energies in your love life are going to be drastically different from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, probably in ways that you can't quite imagine, but it's going to unfold very beautifully. My camera battery is going to die soon. Who knows when? So the video will pop out for a second and you'll hear me scramble and then we'll be back. It might be nice. Yeah, it might be. A double boot from Lindsay. Hell yeah. So the overall energy here, which I love so much, is happiness. So whatever it is that's coming in for you, you're going to find great levels of happiness. For some of you, it's ultimate happiness. And clarified by step outside your comfort zone. North Node. North Node is moving into Pisces, so check your chart. Okay, yeah. This is new levels of happiness that maybe you haven't experienced. You either haven't experienced in a long time or haven't ever experienced before, and it comes from allowing yourself to get outside your comfort zone. Be open to expanding. Be open to trying new things and welcoming in new opportunities instead of setting up roadblocks. There's no room for walls here. You don't put up walls in an open field. And that's kind of what your heart space is this vast field of infinite potential for love to give and receive. And we don't want to put up walls in a place like that. Because that is like just picturing 4 walls in the middle of a field. And it's like, why would you want to be confined in that tiny little space when you have all of this beauty and expansion around you? There's so much opportunity and possibility out here. Why would you want to be in that tiny little space? That's what it feels like. So some of you, if you've had walls up, you're feeling like you have a lot of blocks or restrictions when it comes to love, that's coming crumbling down in the best way, obviously, to allow in happiness so that you can go see some sunshine and get outside the comfort zone of your own restrictions. Because we all talk about how we want to be free and peaceful and we don't want to be held back or have those restrictions. There's no room for scams and spams here, y'all. You will be blocked. All right. Anyway. Yeah. Our restrictions can sometimes be our comfort zones because we created them at a time when we needed them most to protect us. And then we stayed there. And that's not what we're supposed to do. I mean, for a short time, sure. Everything kind of happens the way it should, but there does come a time where those blocks and those walls and those restrictions just are not necessary and are doing more harm than good. So stepping outside that comfort zone and allowing in happiness. But this is also, for some of us, just allowing in new facets of joy and peace that we didn't even know that we needed or that we always knew were possible and just weren't sure how we were going to find them. This is it. It's happening. And you certainly don't need a relationship to feel whole. But as creatures of community and people crave connection and intimacy, like it lends us a totally different type of joy and love to experience. And that's, I don't know, it just feels like cozy, sitting by the fire, warm, fuzzy, heart and soul just completely fulfilled. It's yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Then we have emotion with the number 4. Some doesn't have this, yeah, some Cancer energy, the emotional cucumbers. And take time to breathe out. All right. So I mean, maybe this happens around Cancer season of feeling like it's almost that okay, so relationship starts or changes. Oh my god, I'm not going to choke. Ha, all right. Relationship starts or changes start to come in for you in your love life earlier in the year. And it's fast and it's intense and it's passionate and beautiful honeymoon phase, all of those wonderful tingly feelings. And then like summer comes along and you're like, whoa. It kind of comes to an end and you're like, let's process what just happened here. Like it's in a good way. There might be some triggering things from the past coming up to move through as well to heal. But like ultimately this is like, whoa, let's like let all of this settle in and settle down and just kind of breathe and see what's left at the end of that whirlwind of emotion and passion, what's the foundation that we have here? So it's kind of checking in and be like, is this sustainable? Is this stable? Is this something that's going to continue? Um, and just allow yourself a little bit of space to process and to check in with your emotions and see where you're at, and check in with each other to see what's going on. So then we have luck, the number 31. And nothing will come of this situation as I drop it on the floor. Nothing will come of this situation. Okay. So I there is some kind of like there's a couple different things coming up with this. So there's some kind of change in circumstances where you're like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do now? Or there's like a potential change where like, oh, X, Y, and Z might happen. Someone might have to move, or there's some kind of relocation and there's something that's like potentially going to go wrong with that. And you're like, if that happens, I don't have a plan B. I don't have a plan Z. Like, what am I supposed to do? And this is just like this culmination of fear. And it kind of makes you think, oh, all the fears come up at once. So it's like, what am I supposed to do? I have no options if that thing happens. Things are going to end with this person because of this, or they're going to feel negative things towards me. They're going to see me differently, and like they're not going to stand by my side through these trials. All these fears come up, kind of surrounding this situation, and making you feel like everything's going to be ripped out from under you. It feels over dramatic, but in the moment, of course, it's valid. Um, but it is everything coming up at once. And you're like, everything's shit. What am I supposed to do? And this is your confirmation that like nothing will come of that situation. And we don't always need to know why these things happen. But here's that kind of reassurance of like all of those fears and all of those doubts are not actually reality. And I don't think that thing that's threatening to put a wrench in everything isn't actually going to come into fruition, but it lends you some perspective. That experience lends you some perspective on where you stand and how you feel about this situation, this person, this relationship, your life, how things were going. I think maybe you were moving into a situation where you had some fears and doubts, and then the potential of it all being taken away made you realize how much you actually want it and how important it really is to you and how much you want to be with this person. And I think you realize that they will stand by your side. They will show up for you when things get scary and potentially messy. So yeah, this is someone who wants to be on your side at all costs. So yeah, after it's like things will go smoothly. Like there's that upheaval, potential for upheaval, and then it's like it all just kind of fizzles out and you're like, man, why you gotta scare me like that? So let's get some final messages for love here. Okay. All right. What did it just... Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll get there. I love it. Okay. Freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. I love that rainbow, the lotus, the rebirth, the renewal, the fire. There's sacral, there's solar plexus energy here. It's like everything is yours. You just have to choose for it to be yours. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. I feel like that's all we gotta say there. But for some of you who maybe aren't sure if, like, this is who you wanna be with, or if you even want to welcome love into your life, like, that opportunity is there for you. You just have to choose to be on that path, um, and to move with that process and say, like, to choose that process, to choose that path and say, "All right, I'm committed to this now. We're doing it. Let's see where this goes." Um, Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. Yup, just like that path. Go with the flow of that path. You might be surprised where it leads. How good can things get? How prosperous can this experience be? Keeping that mindset of just getting curious and saying, let's see where this leads. If it happens, it happens. And I feel like there is no option of it not happening. Like, it's going to happen. So anyway, let going of that, letting go of that resistance and stepping outside of that comfort zone and putting yourself in the flow. For some of you, the flow may be the opposite of your comfort zone. That's all right. You'll soon realize just how wonderful it is to be in that flow state and to allow yourself to grow and change as nature intended. You may not always understand why certain things happen. We were just talking about that. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. That's like literally that last row energy. Like, you don't know why this is happening, what's going on, but there is a higher purpose for it. And there's a little bit of turmoil, and then a blessing is revealed. There's a beautiful realization, revelation, resolution, all of it. And it's like, oh my gosh, like it's kind of putting things into perspective and saying, like, life's really good right now. I love all the things that I have in my life and I want them to continue. And my camera battery died, so just hold on a minute. All right. I need a tech hand. I need an assistant. Leave your applications below. All right. Where was I? Yes, I think I said all the things I needed to say there. And then we have trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So I think that speaks to where you are right now. Accepting your current circumstances and saying, I'm ready for them to transform. But I feel like it also comes to that kind of any sticky situation, like say, okay, this is happening. What are we going to do about it? What's the solution? How can we transform this situation? So this is really this is a process of rebirth and renewal and refreshed feelings of love and ultimate happiness and getting outside your comfort zone, trusting the process, trusting that any little roadblocks will be resolved. And everything is happening for a higher purpose. And the path is clear if you want it to be. So really good things this year in terms of love. If you're looking for someone, you're going to find someone. And it's going to be a really good relationship. But this spread kind of speaks less to the relationship and more to your personal experience in it and like your feelings about it. Because I feel like the relationship itself is solid. So in terms of that, there's nothing to worry about. Like, this person is dedicated, committed, stable, and here for you. They're in this for the long haul. And so there's you both might separately be working through some doubts and insecurities and all that kind of stuff, but like, you still have each other. You're still there for each other. There's nothing shaking that foundation that you've built. And even if it happens quickly or unexpectedly, like, there's no question that it's very much meant to be, and this person is here for you, and vice versa. So it's a very solid, stable, loving connection that is meant to grow. Let's see, just final message here. Universal energies, you are ascending, you are flying high, rising up. Stay focused on your mission and know that the universe and angels are supporting you every step of the way. This is part of your ascension process. In order to fully integrate as both soul and human, it's essential for you to face any challenges or mend any relationships you have been putting off dealing with. By stepping forward and facing the complications of your earthly life, you let your soul grow and ascend. I support myself in the ascension process. So for some of you, this love relationship is part of your ascension process, your personal evolution, your growth. This relationship can catapult you in terms of your possibility and potential. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Like, you're flying high. Like, definitely emotions are high, rising up, stepping forward, facing complications of your earthly life. So again, like, trials, tribulations, overcoming them, allowing your soul to grow and ascend. So this person may bring up some this relationship may present some challenges that you're like weren't ready to face, but you are. If that makes sense. All right. So that is love life for 2025. We got one more spread before personal card pulls. So if you want to stick around for that, please do. Hello, Vicky in Georgia. So let's see. The last spread we have here is career for 2025. All right, what do we need to know for career in 2025? Hold your vision. Believe in the impossible. It's time to release negativity. The end of a tough cycle approaches. You and your loved ones are safe. All right. Okay. We have some repeat cards coming in. So your career life and your personal life are going to be intertwined this time. And January may be a significant month for your career as well. So we were talking about the month of January at the beginning. Some of those, some of that planning and setting those foundations may have to do with your career and the next steps that you want to take in that regard. So if you missed any portion of the reading, you can always go back and watch the replay. It'll be on my YouTube channel for ever and ever, and it'll be on my Facebook page for the next 30 days. But if you watch it on YouTube, I put timestamps in there, so that's helpful. All right. Starting off with hold your vision. There we go. Clarified by cleansing. So that's more of it's reaffirming that energy of standing tall and staying firm in your goals and staying on your path while things that aren't serving you start to fall away and fall apart. Being the calm in the storm of things, being cleansed away from yourself and your life. And it's part of the process. So stay true to your goal and your vision during that process. And again, this keeps coming up, but remember your why. Why are you doing it? Why are you pursuing these things? Why are you taking this action? Why are you working towards this goal? Why do you want this? Hold on to your why. It'll get you through. And then we have believe in the impossible with gratitude. And this is being grateful for your blessings and allowing them to grow and allowing more to unfold. So there's being grateful for what you have and even being grateful for the things that you don't have yet that you are manifesting. Being grateful that you even have the inspiration to want to manifest those things. And just having this blind faith that all the good things are possible. And like anything is possible if you just believe. That's all you have to do is believe that you can have it. And then it starts to become possible, but it's, you have to really firmly believe it within yourself. And I think that's kind of something that you're finding to be a lot easier so that you can have this gratitude for the things that you don't even have physically in your life yet. So if you're manifesting changes in your career, starting your own business, moving to a new position, career advancements, all of those types of things, that's what it feels like, is wanting something fresh and trying to build something new and going after something different. So if you're chasing a dream job, don't give up. You have to believe that it is possible for you. And then the overall energy that we have is it's time to release negativity. So that feels, again, like the challenges of the mind. The negativity swirling around your mind, but also leaving toxic environments is coming out pretty strongly. There may be a belief that work is supposed to be hard. You're not supposed to love your career. And this could be still like a deep subconscious belief, or like you're not supposed to love what you do. It's supposed to be difficult. You're supposed to be tired at the end of the day. You're supposed to bust your ass for what in return? I don't know. It's supposed to be hard is kind of that belief. And that's only a belief that is true if you decide that it is. So for some of you, it's letting go of that and realizing like, I don't want my career to be hard. I don't want my job to take every last ounce of my dignity and my energy and my joy. Like, I don't want that. That's not a reality I choose. So letting go of any of those negative beliefs that could be holding you back, leaving those environments that are toxic and draining your energy and stealing your light. Let go of those things. And for some of you, it may be really subtle and you may not even realize it, but you have this kind of epiphany of like, wow, this is not where I want to be. Good to know. And that is coming out with grounding. So yeah, I feel like this is getting really honest and honest with yourself about your situation, and those things that are not serving you are going to be revealed to you. You're going to see them a lot more clearly. And I think you're going to have a very different perspective on some of the people and situations around your career as well. And then it's like, well, let's start grounding into reality and face what's actually happening so that we can then make the changes. You have to really see your circumstances from a different perspective in order for you to be like, wow, this is not what I want. Because then the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is a sign that loves work. So, and then that being clarified by affection. So this is like, I love myself too much to stay in this position. I care about my future too much to sell my soul to a company or a job or a position that does not bring me happiness and fulfillment. So that getting grounded in your reality and saying, wow, this is not for me, is like going to catapult you into rapid growth and changes and prioritizing yourself. And it is kind of that idea of like, that kind of gets instilled in us of you're not supposed to like your job. It's supposed to be hard. You're not supposed to be happy, or, you know, you're supposed to find that in other areas of your life, not in your career. And you're like, no, every single piece of my life should be filled with joy and happiness and love. So it's prioritizing yourself. For some of you, this could be brought about by physical demands of a job, having some sort of health concerns, and seeing like, wow, I literally am just running myself into the ground and I can't keep doing this. Like, I won't have a life to live if I keep this up. Some really big realizations. Then you're like, yep, no, I'm done. That's it. This is over. Moving on. Next. And it comes from a deep place of self-value and self-love. So for some of you, this may be making really big career changes and feeling nervous about that. Wondering how that's going to impact the rest of your life. For some of you, how it's going to impact your family and the people who count on you. Oh my gosh. But here's the confirmation that you and your loved ones are safe. So any worries or fears that you have surrounding that, it's all good. Clarified by hope. So for some of you, this is having something else lined up before you make that big change and take that leap of faith to leave a situation. And 3 and 8 is the number 11. So there's a lot of Taurus energy coming in here. Gemini, Virgo, and Taurus. Wow. 2 Gemini, 2 Taurus, Virgo in the middle. And then, of course, the Scorpio, Capricorn, Cancer. So this is definitely dealing with earthly matters. And using your mind. Yes, using your mind to work in your favor. So, yeah, there is new hope coming in. And I really feel like there's nothing to worry about in this big transition. Like, things are going to move smoothly and you're going to find the next purpose. You're going to move. The transition is not going to be as bumpy as you may feel like it will be, because it feels like the end of the world almost at first. But you're going to see how it's a very smooth transition. So let's see what else comes out here for career. All right, so as I pull these last little advice cards, if you would like me to pull a card for you personally, I'm going to give you 2 options. I can pull a card for you for the month of January or for the year of 2025, whatever you need to know for either one of those. So if you would like a personal card pull, comment below if you want January or 2025. And you can do that now. And we'll start a list. All right, so we have Mary, Queen of Angels. Do not be afraid. You were born for this. Trust in your voice, trust in your ability to articulate your thoughts, trust in your capacity to use and share your gifts. If you are feeling scared or unsure about the next step, this is just showing how much you care about making a difference. Stand in the light of your soul. It is the only shield you need. I trust in myself, my voice, and my gifts. I am unafraid. I love that so much. That's even more confirmation that you don't need to be afraid of this process. Everything is unfolding for you. These are happening for a reason. So hold your vision, stay true to yourself. Karmic debts are paid. Release yourself from the pain of guilt. Your debts are paid. Who you were in the past is not who you are today. If you had known then what you know now, you would have made different choices, but you cannot change what has happened. You can only change how you move forward. I'm getting tired. I've been sick for over a week, so I'm like, my energy is starting to drain at this point, but continuing. All right. You cannot change what has happened. You can only change how you move forward. Release yourself from the past. I take responsibility for my own karma. So there might some of the fears that come up might be attached to feelings of guilt or shame for allowing yourself to be in a certain place for too long, or allowing yourself to be taken advantage of, or to be treated a certain way. And like, it's all right. You can take responsibility for that and say, you know, can't change the past, but I can definitely change what's happening in the future. That is very much within your control. So it's all good. Be kind to yourself. Divine compensation. All the good you have done is blessing your pathway. When you do good, take loving action, and share without hesitation, you build a powerful energy field that will protect and guide you on your way. All the generosity and kindness you have shared in your life is now coming back in a miraculous wave of light to lead you toward your next phase. This is the law of divine compensation. Compensation, money, career. My own goodness attracts good things, opportunities, and experiences. Wow. That's a very beautiful way to end this. And, it's that it kind of ties into that last card, like the karmic balance. And you're being compensated for all of the love and all of the good that you've put out into the world. And very beautiful things are coming in for you as you make these career changes and shifts. And it's all just working out for the best. My own goodness attracts good things, opportunities, and experiences. Use that to manifest this happiness in your career life. And it's that kind of understanding that you are worthy, you are good, you attract things that you desire because you've become the type of person who has those things and has those experiences. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Career for 2025. Very, very positive changes happening for you guys. So, all right, let's move into personal card pulls. I'm probably going to pull one or two cards for each person. Let's see. I got to move this out of the way. Where are we going? All right, 2025. We got a couple Januaries here. Yes, sir, your birthday does get you a card pull, but so does your comment. So, double whammy. All right, let's start with Katie. All right, Katie. Let's see what's going on for you 2025. All right, Katie. You got, once again, the card that just came out for the career. So that career spread resonated with you, then this message could be tied to that. So do not be afraid. You were born for this. Trust in your voice. Trust in your ability to articulate your thoughts. Trust in your capacity to use and share your gifts. If you are feeling scared or unsure about the next step, this is just showing you how much you care about making a difference. Stand in the light of your soul. It is the only shield you need. I trust in myself, my voice, and my gifts. I am unafraid. And then you have a new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. Okay, so I'm getting finding this balance between doing all the things, making these big changes. There's something that you're afraid isn't going to start or isn't going to take off the way that you want it to. So if you are making big career changes, then you might be afraid that you've made the wrong choice, or I don't know. I just feel like I just feel like you're unsure of how things are going to turn out. And I think working on your fears is a really big thing that you should focus on this year and overcoming some of that. Diving deep to see, what's happening, where are these limiting beliefs coming from, and then moving past them, because I think you're really like the universe wants to show you the light, the good that you are putting out into the world, those that you are helping. But you're a little too confined in this little bubble of being so afraid that you're not doing enough. That might be it, just that you're not doing enough. And the universe wants to say, no, look around, like, look at all of this beauty that you've created and been a part of, and all of these lives that you've touched and changed, and keep going. It's time for you to give back to yourself. Give time and attention and energy to yourself, to be able to trust yourself to do the things that you want to do and to do them correctly, and just be bold and fearless. And you're kind of like working on the shadow to step into the best version of you that you can be for this year and the coming years. So however it is that you need to show up for yourself and show up for your dreams and your goals and the things that you are creating, make sure that you're doing that. So this is definitely a year for you to be kind to yourself, to process, and to keep moving forward. So I feel like those collective messages were definitely for you as well, Katie. Yeah, that's what I have for you. Thank you for being here and for your support all throughout 2024. And I wish you many blessings for this next year. All right. I appreciate your willingness to give up your spot for a reading, but I'm going to give you a reading anyway. Vicky Sabo. You're welcome, Katie. I think that was a thank you. It was. Yes. All right. You're welcome. Okay. 2025. Let's see. All right. Whoop. All right. The Vicky Sabo. What do you need to know for 2025? Okay. Be bold and make the first move. If there's something you want to experience more of in this next year, you've got to take the action to go out and get it. What do you want more of? There's something you're like, I want more. I want to experience more of this. I want more of this energy, more. You're going to have to initiate and be the one to say, all right, I'm going to go get it. The inspiration is going to come to you and all that kind of stuff, but you actually have to be able to take the action to go out and do the thing and put yourself out there and get the things that you want. And you have the Earth Guardian. Learning in the happening. You may be telling yourself that everything happens for a reason, but this might not be helping you heal from the pain a particular situation has caused you. It's important to know that there isn't a divine plan to teach you a lesson. It's more that life's experiences unfold based on your decisions in order for you to learn from every moment. Today, you are being encouraged to find the reason behind what's happening now, and the reason is you. I am open to expanding my knowledge and learning. So that kind of ties into the like taking responsibility for your karma, or is that what that card said? I think so. I don't know. And so there's something you want to change here. There's something you want to shift. Like you want to experience more and get out and do more and live more. And the only thing that's been stopping you from doing that is yourself. And so learning from that experience and kind of going back and seeing how your choices have led to where you are and kind of having that aha moment. And it's like, okay, well, if I was able to create that, then I can create this thing that I also want now. So starting fresh here. And I don't know, it's kind of well, the thing that you have created may not be the reality that you want to have. It's kind of a testament to, like, just how powerful of a creator you are, and so your next creation can be exactly what you want it to be because you're gonna come in with that awareness and that intention and be able to just change the scenario to whatever you want it to be. But you have to be willing to take initiative and make those moves. I am open to expanding my knowledge and learning. So definitely growth and expansion and acquire knowledge, and I think there's definitely a sense of fulfillment coming from deep within for you this year, and personal empowerment and confidence and courage and building yourself up is what it feels like. So those are your messages for 2025. Thank you for being here and supporting through the, well, last 26 years of my life, but on the lives in the last year as well. So, Maeve, you are next. 2025. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Pretty. I can't remember which spread this came out for. Oh, Maeve. I think this card came out in the love reading as well. But I could be wrong. It was the love reading or the personal reading. I think it was the personal one. You know me. I'm a little biased when it comes to the love stuff. I love this. So, healing rays. Healing is not linear. There's some golden light for you. Some healing golden light. Maybe you need to bathe yourself in some golden light. Angels of healing are surrounding you at this time, and in order to support their mission of guiding you to a state of wholeness, it's essential for you to move out of resentment and regret and into a state of trust. Trust in the higher powers that are surrounding you now. They are on your team, working with you, for you, and through you. I support my own experience of healing. Yes. So letting go of resentment and regret and moving into trust. This could be a good time for you to step into that feeling of trust and that state of trust when it comes to whatever your spiritual belief is, whatever your higher power is. And I don't think the term higher power is the right one for you, but you know what I'm trying to say. uh, finding that being, that deity, that energy that's going to assist you in the co-creation of your life, giving into that with trust, saying, all right, universe, I know you got my back. Help me with this healing. Help me heal X, Y, and Z. Help me move in to this next phase of life with grace. Help me accept what has been hard to accept. I think there's just you need help doing these things, and you may have help in the physical realm, but it's not enough. You need some spiritual assistance in this process because you are a spiritual being. And as much as you've kind of denied that aspects of that in the recent past, you are a very spiritually aligned individual. And so it's important for you to rely on spiritual forces to help you and guide you, especially in the healing. And then you have faith in your dreams. Yay, believing in yourself, believing in your dreams, manifesting wonderful things, and shedding layers of doubt. Maybe there's you can invite in some spiritual healing when it comes to the doubts that you have around your dreams becoming more than just a fantasy, and not telling yourself that you can't have things. Maybe diving into those beliefs of why you think that you can't or shouldn't have certain things. So this is a very subconscious focused and spiritually focused year, and really getting yourself in alignment with what you really desire so that you don't have to experience the discomforts that you have been experiencing on repeat. Making really big, bold shifts in your process of healing and overcoming those obstacles. And you have plenty of divine assistance. And the butterflies here, transformation, but like maybe it's just one butterfly. Yeah. Allowing or asking for assistance from past loved ones in that healing process as well. And there's 2 bees and 1 butterfly. So it feels like 2 people in the physical that you feel grounded enough in that bond, in that relationship to say, can you help me focus on these things and help me heal? And then there's like 1 spiritual deity or a spiritual force that you're like, I trust you with this process as well. Let's all come together. Ooh, picturing it as like the butterfly above you, the bees on either side of you, and it's this like pyramid, and you're this pyramid of healing and transformation that you're cultivating for yourself. And you're like, let's do it. Let's go. Building an army of healing, if you will. So, ooh, I love that. I love that. Those are the messages that I have for you, Maeve. Happy 2025. Many, many blessings to you. Yes, trust is hard. It is. But you've got people on your side. All right. Let's see. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Up. Alicia. Hello. Alicia. It's been too long. I feel the urge to send you a message after this. So I probably will. Huh. Girl, come on. All right. So you want for January a time for healing. January is a time for healing. I'm kind of seeing you like, man, how long does this process take? I've been healing for so long at this point. It doesn't stop. We just find new, fun, exciting things to heal. So this month is going to be focused on your healing. Whatever aspect of yourself, your life that you just realized is like ready to be healed, that's what this month is going to be geared towards. Where did I go? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. There we go. All right. So it's going to be geared towards, it feels like a smaller healing process for you. It's like, all right, I realized this thing, like you've healed some really, really major things, and now you're kind of getting down to the nitty gritty and healing the smaller aspects. So you've got this thing and you're like, all right, I'm going to focus on this. I'm going to heal it, overcome these challenges. It's going to be fine. But I think more than anything, the healing is coming from allowing yourself to rest a little bit more this month, having moments of really deep rest and being okay with that, accepting that, which kind of segues into the card for the Fire Guardian. Love these colors. Your desires are not unholy. You are being encouraged to connect to the energy of desire and ignite your passions. As long as what you desire doesn't cause harm or danger to any living being, your desires are not unholy. Express yourself, play, and be untamed. For allowing these raw and authentic aspects of yourself to come to the surface always allows the universe to see you in all your glory. I ignite the fire of my passions and let it roar. So not only is this a time for healing, it's a time for you to be bold and fearless and unapologetic. And there's no shame in your desires. So there's some sacral chakra healing for you to do here, I think. Focusing on the sacral chakra may be a good thing for this month. Sacral and solar, because they flow into each other. I mean, all the chakras flow into each other, but those two are opposites, and finding a way for them to coexist and work with each other. So finding empowerment for your sacral chakra desires, what brings you joy and leads you to fulfillment in all areas of your life. I feel like there's some things that you really desire and that you have a passion for that you feel should be kept under wraps, that are taboo or shameful or wouldn't be well received by the public, that you're going to start to own and start to heal the aspects of yourself that want to shove those things down. All right. So January is about healing for you and not denying your passions or your desires. So there's some acceptance in there as well. I feel like I could keep going, but I think you get it. So we could always dive deeper in this together sometime, but those are your messages for January, Alicia. Thank you so much for being here. Always, always, always. All right. It's the birthday boy, the New Year's birthday. Jonah, what do you need to know for 2025? Let's see. Okay. Go there. Go. Okay. All right. All right. So we are starting off with You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo energy. Feelings of unworthiness. Why are you doubting yourself or your abilities or your light? Doubting that good things could actually come for you. I don't know, there's something about like feeling like the process is too good, too fast. Like, how is this, all of this beauty and all of these wonderful things, like, how is this all mine right now. You're kind of in denial of like, is this real? Is this true? Am I being punked? Um, but the universe is like, no, hello. You are good enough to receive all of these things, and that's why you're being blessed with them. So the sky beings are coming through for you. See from a higher perspective. You are being guided to take a higher perspective. Do not allow yourself to be limited by what you do not see or understand. Do not allow your current experience to disrupt you from being the force of light you were born to be. Be open to seeing things differently and with consideration. For by being willing to shift your perspective, you allow angels to bring divine order to your life. Thank you, sky beings, for helping me see things differently. So, channel your inner bald eagle and take that higher perspective. And a lot of what you may be dealing with this year are feelings of unworthiness or discovering what it means to really be worthy of something, and that it is kind of a arbitrary concept because you don't have to earn anything. You are worthy because you exist. Your presence is enough. And your connection to the divine lends you that awareness, that hyper awareness when blessings come in for you, and just how meaningful that is and how beautiful it is to be receiving those things. So what you are getting a lot of in 2025 is blessings. And as different doubts or different emotions arise, bring yourself to that objective standpoint, to that higher perspective, to where you can see, be brought back to that space of gratitude and acknowledgement of the blessings that you are receiving and just how much you are worthy of receiving them. And that you might be with all of these good things coming in, you're probably going to feel the need at some point to be giving back as well, giving back to others. So I see maybe like I wanted to say joining, but I think starting some kind of like program to where you can bring this experience of gratitude to others. Bring your light to others. Helping others who need it the most. So whatever that means for you, I'm sure it'll unfold for you. You'll figure it out. So your cup is going to be overflowing pretty consistently, and you're going to want to give some of that overflow to others as well. And so that's a beautiful balance, and I think that's going to open a lot of doors for you. I kind of see that happening towards the end of the year, and that's going to really open things up for you and open your eyes to what the next year after that is going to have in store and what blessings you want to help bring to others in that process. So it's like, all right, I now am in a place where I have more than enough, so I'm going to start giving to others, and I'm going to start holding space for other people's experiences and being some kind of chaperone or guide for their experience as well. So, yay, happy birthday. I hope those messages resonated with you. It's going to be a great year. And thank you for showing up today. So wonderfully unexpected. All right, let's see. What do I have next? Okay, Roots and Waves, welcome. Let's check out what you need to know for 2025. Let's see. All right. So you have expect powerful change. The new moon eclipse. Ooh, okay. So I kind of see like your life being turned upside down, but it's actually being turned right side up. So it's things falling into place to where they're always supposed to be. And it's like, oh, okay, that feels right. Now everything seems like it fits. Um, so things really kind of massive changes in all areas of life is what it feels like. So maybe you've been asking for small shifts and changes, but what you're getting is drastic ones because that's what you need. So you might have been like, well, I'm content with this, this, and this, and everything's fine in this area, and I can accept this, and I shouldn't ask for too much, or I don't want to ask for more. Uh, but the universe is like, oh, no, no, no. You need more. You don't have to ask. We'll just do it for you. So they're kind of coming up to your life and they're like, all right, let's take this and just flip it this way. There we go. Now that's right. So pretty much everything is shifting for you this year and in really beautiful ways. And it's going to be a really great experience. Um, and it feels like the process, of course, might be a little uncomfortable where you're being uprooted and then flipped upside down. And then once you get set back down, it's like, oh my God, I didn't know I needed all of that change. So it's massive relief, breath of fresh air. And it's like, I needed this. I needed this. Didn't know I needed it. And I'm so glad that the universe made this happen for me. And you also got love. So what you need the most of in your life is love. The loving energy is surrounding you and making decisions from a loving place. If there's some aspect of your romantic love life that feels unsettled or unpleasant is the word that's coming up, that's shifting for you as well. And that might be one of the first things that starts to change in whatever direction you feel it needs to. There might be an area of your life where you feel like you're content or like it's fine, it's whatever. But that's maybe one of the places that you need change the most. And so that is going to be coming in for you very soon, I think. So massive positive changes in that area. And I think that could be an eye-opening experience for the rest of the changes that are happening for you as well. And maybe helping you start to realize where other shifts are necessary for you to be your best and feeling your best and living your best so that you can have that happiness and fulfillment that you desire. I don't know if like peace of mind or just peace in general is something that you're like, I'll probably never have that, so whatever. But no, that's coming in for you as well. You do need peace. Just because you feel like you haven't had it before doesn't mean that you can't ever have it. So that's something that wants to come in for you as well. So Earth Mother, you know how to evolve. There's something you know needs your time and attention. Something you know needs your action. Something you know is going to help you grow and evolve. Today, you are being invited to take the steps you know you need to take to move out of a stuck state and into a state of growth. Absolutely. That's yes. Spot on. There isn't a lifetime to fall into old patterns. It's a lifetime to create new ones. I take the soul-led steps I need to take in order to grow and heal. So this year is about growth and healing for you and major transformation and transitions in that process. So those are the messages I have for you. Thank you for joining us today. And I hope you have a wonderful 2025. It sounds like it's going to be fantastic. All right. Let's see if I'm Georgia is next. And then I just want to make sure. Uh, yep. Okay, so Georgia and then Lindsay. All right. All right, in Georgia, you said January. Yep, January. All right, Holy Amethyst. You are the light. Look at all this purple. Some crown chakra, third eye chakra energy for you this month. You have a light within you, and this light will never go out. Whenever you face darkness, this brilliance has the opportunity to shine. Right now, God and the angels are calling you to switch your light on full. Stand in the greatness of your spirit, do not back down, and be the bringer of good that you were born to be. I am a light of hope in the world. Wow. What is your true purpose? What is your true calling? Because that is what you are being asked to embrace more of for sure. The light that you are and the light that you bring to others is most important for you right now. That's something you need to lean into a lot more. And I think it's going to present in different ways than you're used to. I think you need to use different channels to bring this light from yourself to others, but also to bring your light into your awareness in full. And that I think that's going to look different for you than you may have imagined it would. But just be open to the inspirations that come around that. I think okay, so we have faith in your dreams. So whatever that, I feel like you have a really broad vision of kind of almost like the legacy you want to leave behind or what you want to create, how you want to show up for yourself and in the world. This is really random and it only happens sometimes, but I'm tasting fried seafood, and I don't know if that's relevant to you or someone else who's watching, but that's coming through pretty strongly. So, however that resonates, if it does, yeah. So, whatever that big kind of general broad dream is for yourself, bring your light into that, and I think it has to do with I think that dream has to do with your light and shining brighter and being more of yourself and showing up for others on their journeys in the way that you always hoped that you could. So really, this month is kind of focused on bringing that light into yourself, bringing your awareness to that light, and then discovering how you can best serve others with it, if that makes sense. So, I just kind of want to see the angel of music. Okay. Music might be an inspiration for you. Sound healing could be significant as well. Something about the frequency of sound, noticing the music that you listen to, getting messages through lyrics in songs. But music holds a significance for you in this month as well, and on this specific journey and rediscovering the depths of your light and sharing it with others. All right. Those are the messages I have for you, Georgia. Thank you so much for being here today. I wish you all the blessings in 2025. All right, Lindsay. And I'm my God, what was I going to say? I don't even know. But thanks everybody for being here today, whether you're watching live or watching the replay. Very grateful for your presence here and your support. I may be back next week. I still am feeling out. This is if I want to do these readings every week still, or if I want to switch to every other week. Or if I just kind of want to do it spontaneously as I feel guided. We'll see. All right, Lindsay, 2025. Oh, we got 2 of those. That's fine. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. So that's a nice confirmation. A lot of the things that you've been waiting, I'm hearing waiting to get rid of in your life, those are coming to a close this year. Those conclusions that you've been waiting for are coming in for you, and they feels very serious, very personal, very deep, where it's like, thank God that's over. I needed those endings. Whew, so that's happening for you. We have trust your spiritual vision. Your psychic and spiritual abilities are awakening. Trust what you are seeing, for your intuition is correct. You can read between the lines, and the information you feel is rising up within you is being divinely revealed to you. You have spent lifetimes preparing for this moment, and although you may feel apprehensive, you were born for this. Believe in the beauty of your gifts. I trust my inner vision. All right. Almost done with the kitchen redo. Well, bless. So there's something that you've been like sensing intuitively about someone or about a situation where you're like, I don't know about this. Like, I feel like this, and this are happening. And then it's like, I think something's going to happen. Something's going to unfold where you're like, I knew it. My intuition was right. So trust your intuition. I think that's something you're going to be working on this year as well, is like developing more trust and a deeper relationship with your intuitive abilities as they start to grow and heighten. And you start to realize like the synchronicities and all the signs, and you're like, wow, okay, my intuition is here and it's strong and there's no denying it now. And you have go beneath the surface. You have learned so much about yourself and the world, and are now recognizing all the great lessons of your experiences and challenges, continuing on this pathway. Even though you have come this far, there is much more for you to learn and uncover. Don't take things at face value. Do more research. Spend more time in contemplation. Go deeper than you think is even possible. I am willing to do the deeper work. So there's some things that aren't shifting for you. So the things that are not shifting are the things that are requiring you to look beneath the surface, to go a little bit deeper within yourself in the situation and ask questions, do the inner work. And these are the things that you kind of have to set that transformation in motion a little bit. So going deeper within yourself to make the shifts that you can in order to kind of clear the way a little bit, so that things can start to really unfold and shift in those areas as well. All right, Lindsay, those are your messages. Thank you so much for being here. It was good to see you. Hope you are well and that this new year is treating you with kindness so far and will continue to. All right, looks like we have one more. Yes, Nettie, I can pull a couple cards for 2025 for you. These are all over the place. Goodness, okay. Okay, so I don't know, Nettie, I'm getting kind of this feeling of like opening up to your spirituality or kind of beginning a spiritual journey. So being stuck in the present moment, being stuck in the more in the 3D existence, stuck in the earthly plane, the human experience, and starting to move past that and come out of that. So you have prosperity lies ahead with the new moon in Taurus. So your earthly aspects are changing because your spiritual abilities and awakenings are developing. I really see you like just like shedding a huge shell, shedding a layer of yourself in your life that you feel like you don't deserve anymore, but in a good way, like letting go of a lot of negativity that you're like, no, I deserve better than this. So this year is bringing a lot of it's a catalyst for change for you. So you're kind of in that cocoon phase, and it's about time for really massive change to come in for you. You have expect powerful change, the new moon eclipse. So really profound beginnings and endings. It could be a very emotional year for you as you step into self-acceptance and doing things for yourself, living your life for you and making choices out of love that are going to move you into the desired reality that you are ready to live. You have Archangel Metatron coming in. You have a divine calling. Where you are is where you have been strategically placed. Trust that what you are facing now has everything to do with what you are here to heal, and that it will lead to a life that is aligned to meaning and purpose. You are here to make a difference, and it must begin with where you are right now. I am ready to fulfill the call of my soul. Yeah. So you're being called to something bigger and better. So everything is unfolding exactly how it's supposed to be. So any uneasiness or uncertainty or uncomfortable feelings or experiences you're having are very much part of this divine plan that is unfolding for you. So it's almost like the universe is like, we've waited too long. It's time. We're stepping in. We're making things happen. We're making the changes for you. I'm hearing like shit's about to get wild in the best way. So I think if you missed the collective messages, you can go back and watch those, but some of those may resonate with you for this year. I think especially in terms of your personal life. So watching those messages. Yeah, so that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for popping in today. I wish you lots and lots of blessings for 2025. It sounds like it's going to be a year of massive change. So just breathe, be kind to yourself in the process, and everything will unfold. All right. That is all for today, folks. Happy New Year. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. This was such a blessing and lots of fun. I will continue to do live readings. I'm not sure at what frequency. Could be every week or every other week, but I will be sure to post it and let you know. And of course, you can find me on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I offer personal readings in person if you are local, Reiki sessions in person if you are local, and all sorts of other great things. So check out my page. Just follow me. Stay in the loop. And thank you, everybody, so much for being here. Happy Wednesday, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your week.